After months of speculation, it has now been confirmed that Hideo Kojima has either left or been relieved of his position at Konami. Now obviously the gaming community is concerned with the circumstances surrounding his departure from the Japanese gaming giant, but today I thought I'd draw up some possibilities for where Kojima could go from here. Now, Kojima is undoubtedly, or rather was undoubtedly, Konami's golden boy, a top-tier draw with a name that could be displayed proudly at the top of any game's credit roll, and now he's pretty much a free agent after his non-compete expires in December. We're going to be hearing a lot about Hideo Kojima next year, so it's time to predict where he'll be doing what he does best, making games, in the near future. One of the first contenders for the man is an unconventional one: Nintendo. Hideo Kojima games are traditionally quite focused on the cinematic, wide expansive worlds coupled with gritty narratives. Nintendo are looking to boost sales again after the Wii U's poor performance by wiping the slate clean with their next home console, the NX, as it's reportedly known anyway. Having someone like Kojima at the frontier could pioneer a new golden age for Nintendo. A mastermind, a visionary, Kojima's reputation could draw in more hardcore gamers thanks to its previous success with titles like Metal Gear. The NX needs a hook, it needs a killer app that will help its launch go smoothly, and Kojima could well produce exactly what they need: a solid, deep, expansive new title. Unfortunately, Kojima and Nintendo's partnership seems unlikely to happen. One of the reasons that Kojima left his position at Konami, supposedly, is that Konami had pushed too hard for the inclusion of mobile gaming and trying to build a market there. The Nintendo NX is rumoured to work as a hybrid between the mobile gaming space and the traditional gaming market, so Kojima could end up making games for a product he doesn't truly believe or stand by. Furthermore, Nintendo's market at the moment seems to be focused towards the younger demographic, with Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, Yoshi's Woolly World, and even the upcoming Metroid Prime Federation Force appealing to the younger audience. Kojima's games are traditionally very cinematic, visceral and expansive, so ultimately it may be the case that the styles produced by each party are too contrasting or different for anything to work. Nintendo or Kojima would have to shift focus for an agreement to be met, and right now that doesn't seem likely. However, a place with EA or Ubisoft could be on the horizon due to the matching styles of both developer and publisher. Either way, this allows Kojima to continue to make AAA titles. Another move would be for Kojima to sift between publishers. Shinji Mikami did a similar thing after his departure from Capcom, switching between Bethesda, EA and Sega to bring out games such as The Evil Within, Shadows of the Damned and Vanquish respectively. Mikami's reputation was not harmed during the process, and he still managed to produce some quality titles, and Kojima could do exactly the same, becoming a free agent of sorts. Kojima's name and notoriety would allow him to easily move between publishers. After all, the man hated being shackled down at Konami, whose ethics have become quite questionable as of late, and would allow him to work with different teams with varying resources, which is a dream for any game developer. Last but certainly not least, Kojima could go indie. Self-publishing could be massively beneficial to Kojima, as it would allow him to generate his own ideas without having to go through executives and other higher-ups at the company to get his ideas produced. Furthermore, crowdfunding services would be set ablaze by Kojima's inclusion in a project, meaning that funding titles wouldn't be an issue due to the respect the gaming community has for the man. After being stuck languishing in Konami for months now, an independent route would allow Kojima to do things at his own pace, without men in black suits looking over his shoulder. This would also allow him to generate fresh, new ideas that might have seemed slightly outside of the box and wacky if published under a traditional establishment. It's a shame that Kojima has to start again from fresh, no IPs, no franchises. Kojima has to leave the likes of Metal Gear in the hands of Konami. Of course, this allows him to refresh certain new IPs. Although the cancelled PT is supposedly defunct, both Norman Reedus and Guillermo del Toro are eager to work with Kojima again. So who knows, PT could make a return under a new name. 2016 is bound to be a huge year for Hideo Kojima, and if he's to thrive once again in the gaming market, he must move quickly on deciding which path to take. Rest assured, Kojima is a gun for hire right now, and sooner or later, one of the companies in the long line of publishers looking to sign him up is going to have to pull the trigger.
Even the sheerest cliffs are climbable if there are cracks you can use as handholds.